Good afternoon, everyone. This is William Brown, the Solopreneur Life Coach. This is a new show, the Solopreneur Conversation. Conversations with subject matter experts to kind of help us look at how we're showing up as solopreneurs and what that means, and how we can have a sense of encouragement. We can talk about stories of the difficulties, but just really kind of stay in the game. I honestly believe the next engine for our economy will be solopreneurs, because the more that we understand and appreciate the sustainability, the self-sustainability, then we can dictate how we show up in the workforce, how we can go to larger companies, or how we can provide a service to individuals and into companies will change. And I think there's an element of entrepreneur, but there's a solopreneur. Solopreneur means not just a solo endeavor or enterprise. So if you look up solo and panor means taker. So a solo taker. So what does that mean? For me, what that means is I take responsibility for my life. I take responsibility for my survival. I take responsibility for how I'm going to show up in the world. And so each week we're going to have a conversation and see how we can take responsibility and take ownership. And so I wanted to start this conversation off with, a dear friend and the number one sales coach out there. If you don't know, now you know. But I'm going to bring him in and we're going to have a conversation about selling yourself and what that means. So now is the time. Get ready. Here he is.
I didn't know preneur meant taker.
I know. It confused me too. I was like, what?
Now I got to look up what entree means by itself. So right. Something taker. I got to look up that now. But that was interesting. Thank you for having me, Bill.
Oh, it is definitely an honor. So this is the moment where I invite my guests to introduce themselves however it feels comfortable to them.
Sure. Well, our lives are not scrimmages or practice games. There is no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time this beast takes its toll. And for all of us as entrepreneurs, every day really is the Super Bowl. And my name is Brian McNeill, and my company is called Very Personal Sales Coaching. And William was right. I am the world's recognized authority on selling services, on service-based businesses, on selling intangible services. And how there are so many amazing entrepreneurs out here that offer wonderful services that genuinely do help people. And the challenge is a lot of these amazing entrepreneurs don't earn nearly the money that they could or that they should. And most of the times because they don't know how to sell it well. And what I do is actually teach these folks how to sell themselves and their services better than they ever have before. And I do it through my coaching and my workshops and my books. But I do this so that they can earn significantly more money than they ever have before. And that's who I am, Brian K. McNeill.
Oh, wonderful. I think, so that's why I wanted you to be a part of this conversation. Because when you look at selling yourself, you do it no better. No one does it better than you, right? It's like, give you an opportunity to sell yourself. Boom, you're on it. But really, there's a something that I've learned from you, and that you shared this morning on your show, is that first sell is that sell to yourself. You have to sell it to yourself. Explain that.
Well, a couple of things. And thinking about preparing for this time with you, Bill, there's certain words that I wanted to make sure that we find a chance to fit in here. Okay. One of them is character. Okay. But I hope we find the time to bring that up, because you got to be who you are. Okay. You can't fake the funk at all.
Right.
But,
Got it.
I believe as entrepreneurs, there's three sales that you must make daily, every day. These are three sales that you must make. The first sale is, and we're going to unpack these bit by bit first, but
Gotcha.
let me just tell you what the three of them are. The
Okay.
first sale you must make is to yourself. You have to sell yourself on yourself and sell yourself on your services. Is what you offer something that you would be willing to buy? Is your stuff good enough that you would put money to it? Do you believe in you?
Hmm.
First, you have to sell yourself on yourself, and you have to do it daily like a shower. You got to
Right.
do it every day.
Right.
The second sale you must make daily is to the people in your immediate sphere, the people in your home. If your wife and your children, you have to sell yourself to them daily, that you're going to be there for them, that you care for them, that you love them, that you'll listen to them, that you will feed them and protect them. That sale has to happen every day. And it's not just in word, but it's also in deed. You have to indeed or endear yourself to the people in your home
Right.
daily
Right.
because you need them. And the third sale you must make daily is to your marketplace, that what you have is worthy of exchanging money for. Now, that doesn't mean you have to make an actual exchange sale every day, but you have to put it out there to the world that
Right.
what you have is worth financial remuneration. That's it.
Right. Wow. I mean, that's um I love how you like broke it down, and then we're going to really break it down. And it's like for me, that first sale of the day, it's where it's difficult for me. It's like I know myself and I don't know myself, right? You
Yeah.
know, so it's like I'm trying to sell myself, and it's like, yeah, nah, you ain't ready, right? You know, so you get, you know, it's kind of it's kind of I want to be in support of, but there is some things that I'm still not sure about, and so the more that I'm able to um, I don't want to say blindly move forward, but just kind of say that, you know what, I put the time in, I put the work in, I know it. Let's go. Where is that? There was a conversation I had today about wait, right? And there's sometimes when I am waiting, I I kind of devalue everything else that I did before I'm in this moment, right?
Yes. Now, I heard two things there. Okay.
Okay.
First, let me lift up something that I learned from one of my coaches is, are you impacting improvement?
Hmm.
If anyone gives you an opportunity to help them, would you impact improvement for them in any way?
Got it.
Now, if you're sure you're impacting their improvement, now I didn't say to what degree, but impacting any levels of their improvement, you are doing your job. Okay. If
Got it.
you're impacting improvement, you are doing your job. There's 3 points. One is, are you impacting improvement? The second one, you kind of alluded to it. You've earned the right to be in this spot. You
Hmm.
know, throughout your life, throughout your experience, throughout your study, throughout all of that you've been through up until this point, you've earned the right to be here. Now, the line to that is an Olympic line that they used to train the Olympic athletes. They'd have the mantra, I've earned the right to be here and I'm
Hmm.
deeply relaxed.
Wow.
I've earned
Yeah.
the right to be here and I'm deeply relaxed. And then they would talk about why. But first line is, I've earned the right to be here and I'm deeply relaxed.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the third point I want to lift up, based on what I just heard you say, is for you to ask yourself a little bit different question. Instead of, am I ready? Okay. Then no, not. I'd rather you ask it. I mean, it's very similar and it could be semantics, but I'd rather you ask yourself it this way. Can I do this?
Can
Okay.
I do this? Got it.
Can I do this? Because I really believe like 99% of the answer is going to be yes.
Right.
Yes, I can do this. I have the gift, skills, and talents required to do this. Yes, I can do this. Okay.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you know that you can do it, you've earned the right to be here, and everything is going to count. Everything will add up. All your experiences will serve you. Everything that you've learned up until this point will serve you, Bill.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of people that that really have that question when they're selling to themselves, that first sale of the day, because it dictates. I have seen for me, it dictates how my day goes. It either, it could start off real high, and then if I'm asking myself the wrong question, if I don't make that first sale, it's, it just goes down from there.
And the reason why it goes down there for so many people is because they're temporarily, at least, self-directed. Okay. Self-directed. Am I good at this? Can I do this? How about other directed? Will someone be helped? Okay. Will someone be helped? And how will they be helped? And if I don't help them, they won't get the help. Okay.
Right.
Will their life be better because I passed this way? Instead of directing the benefit on me, it should be more like, lucky them if they work with me, because their life will be improved in some way.
Right. Wow. I got that. I can do this. I can do this.
And they need your help, Bill. At any given moment, and I want my entrepreneurs, particularly those of you that sell a service, services have to be sold through the story. But at any given moment of your life and of your day, there is somebody looking for exactly what you have. At any given moment, there is someone looking for what you have. And your daily is to take steps to meet them there, to sell your fish to the people looking to buy fish.
Right.
The people that are looking what you have, you want to sell it to them.
Now let's look at that second sale, that the people around us, right? The person laying over there, right?
Yeah. Well, you have some responsibility on that. Okay. Right. We all do. You have to, instead of just, if he act right or if she act right, or my business would be so much better if they would support me. Okay. I've heard that 100,000 times. Right. If my husband would support me, I would do this. I almost want to say, I don't like it. Okay. I'm like, Or people that would go to a seminar and say, man, my spouse should have been here to hear this. Well, no, the right one was there. You needed to hear this. You needed to. We all have to learn to take on some leadership, some level of leadership into how the people in our immediate sphere see us. Right. Okay. How they see us. If we on purpose resolve to be helpful to the people in our immediate sphere, and I'm talking about the people in your home, okay, in your home right now, you owe it to them to give them your arms every day, something, okay? And for a married couple, you have to smack her on the booty, okay? You have to do that, okay? Because she needs to know that her husband wants to touch her butt.
That's a sale, right?
You have to do that. You have to hug. You have to hug. Right. And you have to be willing to say their names. Right. Say their names out loud. These are basic things that most people don't get nearly enough of, but we all want more of. And direct proportion of how many hugs we get is in direct proportion of how happy we are. Direct proportion of how many times people say our name is in direct proportion of how we feel about ourselves. Our esteem goes up. And people are willing to say our name more often.
Right. In that sell, before we move to the third one, in that sell to the people around us, you mentioned that it's a part of the story. The selling is the story. What part of this, I don't want to say what's part of the story that you leave out, but it's like sometimes I feel when I'm trying to sell, to the person in my house, I'm selling this hard luck story. I'm telling, it's like, please, baby, I don't know what singer it is, always begging, right? It's, please let me do this thing one more day, right? All that kind of stuff. That's not a good sell, right?
No, and it's also self-directed. Right. Okay. You're coming at it from your needs and feelings perspective. Right. We got to divorce that some of the time. Right. What is it that person in the house I'm selling to needs? Right. Not let me do this another day or be more patient with me and my thing. Right. What do they need right now? Right. Okay. Because it could be something silly that they need. Right. Okay. It could be something silly. Right. Like my wife wants me to watch a show with her. And praise God, we found a show that we can both watch. Because if it's not a show I can watch, Like, I'm not watching any reality TV or no, I can't do it. I'm not
Right.
gonna.
Right.
Okay. But
Right.
because I'm not going to do it, just not gonna. But if
Right.
it's something that we can watch together, she loves that. To her, that's romantic for us
Right.
to sit next to each other and watch a show and talk it out. I like it too.
Right.
Okay. So that's me giving her what she needs.
Right.
Okay. And I said sometimes it's silly, and it is. Okay.
Right.
And sometimes the game is to figure out,
Right.
okay, not what I need now. Okay, I'm good. I
Right.
know what I'm doing. I'm taking lead over this moment.
Right.
What does my kid need right now? What does my wife need right now? Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm trying to think of that, but every time especially watching something, I get caught in the what I call the lifetime movie vortex.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like I love you, but no, right?
I'm not doing it. Lifetime, how to hurt a woman. Okay, we're gonna find something else. Okay.
Right.
Every show, men ain't crap and ugh.
Right, but okay. So the last sale, the last sale of the day, is that selling to your market.
Yes.
So how can we kind of put something out there, put your story out there on the daily, that gives your market the reality that you're there.
This one is easier than a lot of people think because it don't have to be to the whole marketplace. It could be to a person. Okay. It could be one. Now, it can be to the whole marketplace, but it could be one. It can even be a phone call. Okay.
Right.
But your job is to continuously let the marketplace know that what you're offering is good.
Right.
Okay. What you're offering is good. And this is easier because it can be done in such a small dose to still accomplish the mission. Like a
Right.
spoonful of putting it out there is enough.
Right.
Because you have to, inch by inch, anything is a cinch. And if you keep on putting it out there, you want to be known for it.
Right.
Okay. That's what happens. Even if you do 1% of it a day or 1% better a week, you get known for something. Praise God. But there's a good percentage of my business right now that comes to me that just because I was known for this. Okay.
Right.
They come because I'm known as a sales guy or known as a sales speaker. Now, it took me years to get to this level. I understand that you're a sales speaker or a sales coach or a sales workshop facilitator because I stayed in the game long enough to be known for that thing. And I clearly delineated it enough. I had to get almost ruthless because as coaches, as you will know, and all of you solopreneurs, your marketplace is going to try to get you to do things outside of your scope and
Right.
do more than what they pay you to do. Okay. For example, if you're a sales coach like me, my marketplace will consistently try to get me to do business coach related stuff or relationship coach related stuff or
Right.
hiring or firing stuff that I don't want to do.
Right.
So I have to keep fighting that. I appreciate what you're asking me, but that's really not my lane. I
Right.
only am here to do this part for you. Now,
Right.
if you are someone that does all that stuff, clearly delineate what you do and what you don't.
Right.
It'll serve you later.
Yeah, you broke there.
I can't hear you. Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay. So I didn't know that last sentence
Yes.
that you got you broke it up. I don't know if you wanted to repeat that so we can go on.
I said by staying consistent and letting
Right.
the marketplace know what you do and clearly and continuously communicating to the marketplace what you do, that discipline, if it doesn't serve you immediately, it will serve you later because it accumulates.
Right.
You know, letting the market, yeah.
I think what I'm getting out of this, and I appreciated it because sometimes I get I get in my head about selling, right? And then it's like I'm going after the big sale, the big the close, instead of these daily attention and selling that I'm doing first to myself, letting myself know that I can do this.
Yes.
Me believe in that. I was going to say smack my wife on the butt. It's like I have a list. I have the list of things to do today, right? Show care about her concerns, right? Care about their concerns and being there. And it's like the same thing, I have to be reminded by, my customers that customers should see what they want and everything, and then meet that. And the third thing I think what I got out of this is just be consistent. Let people know, hey,
Mhm.
hey, this is what I'm up to. This is what I'm doing. I'm still in the game. Right.
That's right.
It's like it's like simple, but it's like we got to do it on a daily basis. And that's
Yeah.
how we're
Now, let
we're
me
selling
rephrase you a little bit, okay?
Go ahead.
Um, this is, again, language matters so much.
Okay.
It's not that we got to do it on a daily basis. It's that we get to do it on a daily basis.
Got it. All right.
We get to. Okay. Man, I get to do this today. I had a really great conversation with my son yesterday about the value of being your own person, being your own man, because I want for him a life of entrepreneurship. I believe in a job, but I think job is to only set up yourself in the business for yourself. And I really, really, really am in the camp. Even though entrepreneurship has highs and lows, peaks and valleys,
Right.
mountains and ground, I mean, really, there's some pain involved with it. I believe it's an overall better life, okay,
Right.
to constantly think entrepreneurially. So I want that for him. And I was talking to him about the value of being your own man, a value of being your own person. And I think that happens through this journey. Solopreneurs, I salute solopreneurs. Solopreneurs, they're the modern day gladiators. They get
Hmm.
out front with just their shields. That's grown person stuff. That's
Right.
big draws or big panties stuff to be a solopreneur. So I salute them, and they should be honored. Solopreneurs should be honored. How much confidence do you have to think that something that your intellectual property is worth an exchange of money?
Right.
You're supposed to do it, by the way.
Hmm.
Okay. That's what it says I'm a believer. Okay.
Right.
Proverbs 11:26. People curse the ones that would hoard the grain, blessings upon the ones that are willing to sell it. You're supposed to sell your grain. Your grain is your intellectual property.
Hmm.
If you will sell it, if you're willing to sell it, you're going to be blessed, and the people are going to wish blessings on you.
Right.
Blessings
Wow.
on you. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great. So it's coming. I don't want to take too much of your time because I got some sales to do, right? No, but
Yes, you do. Okay, you
so
get to
I
do.
get to do some sales. I get to do some sales. I'm working on my language, right? It's like me, I talk with one word, but it's like there's sometimes the language still gets a little kind of twisted around. But I get to
Yes,
get to make some sales today. So how do you want to leave us? If there's any one last thing that you want solopreneurs to get, I mean, you did give a blessing there, right before
yeah.
that.
I'll say this
But
to
is
you.
there anything that you want to leave everyone with?
I need to say this. First off, again, I love solopreneurs, but solopreneurs is a team sport too. Okay, it's a team sport. If you're only building your business based upon what you're doing it the wrong way, you do need some help. And that needs to come in the form of either mentors or coaches or peers. You have to bounce because you don't know enough by yourself to
Right.
successfully do this. Yes, it's your business completely, but you need to involve other brains in your venture in order to win.
Right.
Um, and also, it's very, very important. You don't have to do it with me, but I am a sales coach. I help people to sell themselves and their services. If there's anyone on here, I am so old school that I'm willing to take a phone call, or I can post my Calendly link and you can schedule it with me. And I'll do it for free. The first conversation is free. But stop thinking that's equating solopreneur equals I don't take anybody's opinion. That's the wrong way. You
Right.
seek out a lot of opinions and you make final choice as a solopreneur. That's what I
Right.
think. And stay in your game because so much of the time we win by just staying in the game.
Right. Wonderful. Well, sir, thank you very much. This has been great. I always appreciate our time together. But yeah, this has been great. We're gonna be selling ourselves and
That's
making
right.
it happen. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay. The one thing that I really want to leave everyone with is, and I think what Brian just said, solopreneur doesn't mean you do it by yourself. I think a large part of this self-discovery journey that I take people on in my coaching is that we're on this journey, by ourselves with others, and that with others is how we're sharing and how we're showing up for them. And so the more that we recognize that, yes, I'm looking to get resources, I'm looking to get credit, I'm looking all the things that we want value out of our life and everything like that. It's not just for us. It's for other people. So we're not by ourselves. So I hope this encourages you for today. I'll see you next week with another expert, but go out there and do it, because we get to make the sale. And I am honored to get to do it with you. Have a blessed day. I'll see you next week.